Well, if we go with earlier, you were mentioning about this is I'm sure, prevalent trauma for many people when in their childhood, parents say, do things. It could be as adults in any relationships, friendships, anything. When people do or say certain things that they can have emotional impact on people around them. So I'm wondering how, of course, you're mentioning if it's me and someone says or does something, I can feel hurt, I can feel sad, I can feel angry, any of that. So my question is then, how do we take people as they're responsible, accountable for also their actions and their words, while I'm responsible how I perceiving or feeling? But then does that mean people are not responsible, accountable for what they do and the impact it has and the consequences of their?
Yes,
that's what I'm trying to understand.
Yes. Now I understand better what's your question.
Good. All right. Okay.
Do you know how I can change people? Because just let me say, I am working some places. One colleague have a problem and do a lot of crazy things. If I have a sister or brother, or I have a wife, or I have a husband, I have friends, they do a lot of wrong thing, crazy thing, but I can do that. Can I change them? No, never. I can change their behavior. Just one person I can change, it is me. And because of that, of course, me as an individual, I should have a responsibility and don't bother another person. And I should find my responsibility in my inside and get rid of my old feelings. Such a thing outside affects less than before, or I be more, how you say, I can defend better myself. I can do that, but I cannot change anybody outside. Because of that, I said, I should do the thing I can do. It's a very easy sentence, isn't it? I should do anything I can do. And the next is, I shouldn't do the thing I can do. It will change another people. If I want to do the thing I can do, what happens? I can't do any longer the thing I can do. All my resources and energy goes for the thing I can't do. For example, changing other people. And I says the people outside, just remember that is very provocation. Some people get very mad about that. The people around us, they are perfect. One person is not perfect. It is me. In that way, I grow up. What is the situation today? Is working this way. Every people around me, they are imperfect, and I am perfect. And I say, why you should do that? You shouldn't do that. Do you know what happened with me? I cannot grow up. But one way, just think about it. Our time is unique. God loves us because He gave me time and people around me to grow up. And the people around me should be in the different places. Why? I should learn different things. The people around me, they are my teacher. And I should just learn. Then life will be very, very interesting and in a very, very good way. We just enjoy that. Otherwise, life will be as a hell. Actually, life is the heaven, and I do it as a hell. I have no responsibility for the people's action outside. I just should learn. Of course, such a thing, we have some limitation, we have a police, we have a judge, we have something, still happen very crazy, we can use it. But I just talk about in our daily life and communication with people around us. Of course, the crazy people here and there, they are perfect, should be for me, because I learn here in this way and learn another places in another way.
Can I add something to that for Tarawa?
Yes.
I think what Keyhan is talking about is sphere of responsibility and sphere of influence. So when I'm sitting in a place where I want you not to do this horrible thing that is not only hurtful to me, it's hurtful to other people. I see that is, oh my God, what you're doing is hurtful. What happens is I am going outside of my sphere of responsibility, because I'm not responsible to look at people and say, you are wrong, you are damaging, you are doing this. I'm only responsible for myself. So the influence that I have on them and on the world around me is negative. When I bring my attention, my energy back into my sphere of responsibility, okay, yes, you did something damaging and it hurt me. But so now this hurt is an opportunity for me to grow. So I do my work in my sphere of responsibility. My sphere of influence is affected. So the influence I have on the same people and on the environment around me is different. So in this growth that I do personally, when I bring my attention where it's supposed to be in my sphere of responsibility, affects my sphere of influence. So I am constantly influencing the person who's hurting me. There is a different influence. When I'm focused on them, my influence is negative and they get worse. When I'm focused on me, my influence becomes light and it actually helps them grow too.
Yes, that is very important, you said, because immediately when you change yourself, you open the new door for people around you. Because when you change yourself, you release the enormous sources, spiritual sources through yourself, and affect everybody around you.